100 mil per hour, 20 mil per hour, 30 mil per hour. Do these money making methods actually make that many coins? Well, today we're going to put them to the test and we're going to find out if they do. First of all, we're going to start off with this video here from Groveman Dan. According to the thumbnail, you can make 200 mil per hour.
Explosion belts cost about 1 million coins in order to make one. Now, sometimes depending on how expensive sulfur is at the time, it might cost a little bit more or a little bit less. So now you're going to need sulfur collection 9, otherwise you won't be able to do this. Now the reason this can be good is because random attributes will apply to the implosion belt. Now they sell back for about 750,000 coins. If you get one with Mana Pool 1 as an attribute or Mana Regeneration 1, not on the same one, just like Mana Pool 1 and then a random other one, you can sell it back for about 1.5 million coins to 2 million coins, which is profit. So I crafted about close to 200, probably about 150, and I got 2 with Mana Pool 1 and Mana Regeneration 1. I ended up making about 60 million coins. It only took me probably 15 minutes to do.
Now, I'm blatantly not in a position to be able to try this method out, considering sulfur collection 1. Well, the method is simple. You simply craft an implosion belt, and if you get lucky, you can make a lot of coins. Of course, the attributes are random, so there's no guarantee to if you're going to profit or not. Even Ben Clark's been getting on the act, so it must be good. But realistically, if your biggest possible loss is 250k, it's not that bad. You could potentially make 30 to 40 mil just from one. It is essentially just luck though. So the next video we're going to be taking a look at is this right here, early game money making method 15 mil plus per hour with no gear, well almost no gear, from someone called Bald Spy 007. Okay, so up next, basically killing Ice Walkers and selling the Glacial Jewels. The only thing I don't understand about this one is apparently it's an early game money making method, yet the test that he does in the video is with a Sorrow set. So, I don't know. I guess early game players can have Sorrow. Now, I do have a Sorrow set, but for the purpose of research, and I feel like it makes more sense, I'm going to use Glacial Armor and I'm going to test to see how much money we could make in an hour. So we're going to do a 5-minute test to see how much we could potentially make. So in 5 minutes, this is what I've got, a Glacial Jewel and Glacial Leggings. So the leggings are around about 27.5k, and the jewel is about 250k. So in 5 minutes, we've made around about 277,500 coins. If we then times that by 12, we get 3.3 mil an hour. So in Glacial, you're not going to be making 15 mil an hour. Of course, not everybody has Sorrow. But if you are an early game player and you have Sorrow, then I'm going to test it again. Okay, so I've just used this Sorrow set, and I've also just used a level 100 legendary Black Cat. So obviously way more magic find than the Glacial set. And we've got the exact same, basically. It's literally the same. Even so, for new players, I'd recommend you just grind these anyway, because the Glacial armor really isn't that bad for early game. And you will make some coins from the jewels as well, there's no doubt in that. I just, I don't know, I don't know about 15 mil an hour. Realistically. Now, something I do want to quickly mention is statistics tells that you probably are not subscribed to the channel. But why? If you do watch my videos and you're not subscribed, become part of the 22%. Anyway, there's more money making methods to look at. Okay, let's take a look at this one. You're losing 3 coins if you don't do this. 4.5 million coins a day. That's more of a realistic number. Anyway, let's take a look. Okay, so essentially we are crafting a super compactor and then selling it in the bazaar. At the moment we can sell it for around about 240k. Okay, so to put a buy order up for 448 enchanted cobblestone, it's going to cost us 186k, so we're going to put that up and see how long it takes to actually fill. We also need 1 enchanted redstone block. Now there isn't a massive difference, so if it doesn't fill then we can always just buy it now, but we're going to put an order up because, I mean, we might as well make an extra K profit. Okay, so all of our orders have filled, so we'll go ahead, collect our materials. It probably took around about a minute and a half. We've spent around about 210k. We'll go ahead and craft the super compactor. If we actually quick sell it, we'd already make 12k profit. But if we put an offer up, we can make around about 27k by the looks of it, which is not too bad. Of course, if you do this flip in bulk as well, I mean, if you have a lot of coins to spend and a lot of potential time to wait, or if you're just doing this as like a passive money making method, it's not that bad. And to be honest, this method has been around for so long. Super compactor pretty much always makes profit. It's nothing crazy, it's just a standard money making method, and it works. The super compactor hasn't sold straight away, but it will sell. Pretty much everyone needs super compactors. There's always a demand. And honestly, when making a video like this, it is very hard to avoid Dazza. The secret money making methods, 5 mil per flip. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. I have no preconceptions, let's just watch the video.
They're honestly some of the most broken flips I've ever shown before on YouTube. It didn't cost you guys about 30,000 coins, okay, to go ahead and get these items right here. And just, again, keep that in mind that this only costs 30,000 coins to do this first part of the flip. But so what you're going to do is, if you have access to it, you're going to go ahead and craft yourself a hyper furnace over to your island to obviously utilize the hyper furnace that we just crafted. And so you can place this anywhere on your island. I'm just going to go ahead and place it right here. And if you guys don't know what a hyper furnace does, it basically makes it so it smelts your things pretty much instantly. But to cactus right here, and literally just regular cactus, we're gonna go ahead and create a buy order for 160 of these for 288 coins. So once you have all your cactus and your coal right here, pretty simply, you're just gonna go ahead and start smelting all this just like that. What you would go ahead and do next is just head over to a crafting table, and we're just gonna do this very simple crafting recipe right here, cross formation with all the cactus green, and that's gonna go ahead and craft yourself an enchanted cactus green.
I can't believe it's 2023 and I'm playing Skyblock and I'm actually about to craft a hyper furnace. I've never done this before. Only Dazza would really make me do this to make coins. Now let's see if it's worth it. Okay, 64 enchanted cobblestone. We'll go ahead and buy it. 8 enchanted coal, we'll go ahead and buy it. Okay, so we're about 44k down. Hyper furnace. Okay, so cactus we'll buy. He said the minimum you need is 160, so we'll do 1,600. This isn't going to make a lot of coins, I can already tell you. I think we're also going to have to insta buy it because, well, yeah. Now, I have to be honest, this isn't exactly how I envisaged my Thursday night to have gone, but anyway, you know, we move. So we ended up actually just buying 800 because our inventory was full, which should get us, I guess, 5 cactus greens or enchanted cactus greens. Now we spent, let's see, we spent 3,840 coins on the cactus and about 45k for the setup. We're going to make 5.5k back. So enchanted cactus greens sell for 1.3. Maybe if we put an order up, it'll go slightly quicker, but they're probably not going to sell because I don't know who wants enchanted cactus greens. But we'll quick sell them. Realistically, it just ain't it. Yeah, I mean, it's not for a very, very early game money making method. It's not that bad. It makes coins. The actual profit margin is good, but because of what you have to do, it just ain't it. It really isn't. And for him to say at the start of the video as well that this is one of the most secret and best money-making methods he's ever uploaded onto YouTube is a little bit mind-blowing. And I guess that speaks volumes for the rest of his money-making methods. The bottom line is it isn't the worst method I've ever seen, but it's not good. It just isn't. How is it 5 mil per flip? I'm just going to move on. I'm trying to take a look at money-making methods that don't look like bazaar flips, but a lot of them sort of are bazaar flips. I don't know. Now what I'll do to compensate for that not so great flip, I'm going to show you a flip of my own. Not something that's going to make you a massive amount of coins, but it's better than sitting on your island hyper furnacing cactus. Okay, so first of all, go to the dungeon hub. Second of all, buy wither goggles. Just less than 5 mil, but I think the regular price is 5 mil. Now, our plan is to upgrade these wither goggles. We've paid 5k. Now, surprisingly, wither goggles take undead essence to upgrade. Now, if you've played dungeons, you may not have even properly used undead essence. Most people have stockpiled a lot of it. I did have a lot until I started doing this flip, but even so, it's one of the cheapest essences. So, if you have essence, use it, upgrade these wither goggles. So to 5-star it, it's going to cost you 1,180 essence. Of course, if you have the essence, it's essentially free. If you don't have the essence, it's close to 800k. Now, if you don't have the essence, I probably don't recommend doing this flip, but if you've played any sort of amount of dungeons, you're going to probably have quite a lot of undead essence. And instead of selling this amount of undead essence for 770k, we can maximize our profits by crafting this. Let me show you. So from there, what do we need? Well, we need to put some basic enchantments on there, such as Growth 5 and Protection 5, which just practically cost levels, so there's not really much of a cost. It may cost you 4k if you need a Grand XP bottle. So now we have Wither Goggles that are 5-starred and have Growth and Protection 5. Now, I'm probably not showing this flip off at the greatest time, considering for some reason it's 4 AM and for some reason I'm still awake. Now, realistically, there's not many players online at this point, which basically means people list items on the AH and they aren't bought, which leads to people undercutting and undercutting. So usually at this point, providing that you've got your own essence, you can make around about 1 million coins profit. And that in theory is still the case at the moment, but when we actually scroll, we've got some necrotic Wither Goggles here for 6.1 mil. These are usually around about 7 mil. If you were to list these for 7 mil, they would sell, they just may take a little bit of time. But we can go a step further, we can make more coins, we can simply just put necrotic on ourselves, which is going to cost us 150k to put on, 60k, so it's going to cost us an additional 200k, but it's going to make us more profit. I'm going to list mine for 7 mil. It will sell. I'm just going to put it up for that in case it takes, I don't know, 10 hours to sell. Sometimes it won't take that long. Basically, all we're waiting for is some of the undercut items to be bought out. Obviously, check your profit margins, because like I said, the price of Wither Goggles do fluctuate a fair bit, depending on what time of the day you actually check. But even if we're waiting maybe a few hours for Wither Goggles to sell, I'd say that's a damn sight better than literally having to be active, smelting cactus on your island and making maybe 700 coins, 1,000 coins of profit per time. So what have we learnt today? Well, I've not really learnt this today, but Dazzler's money making methods are not the greatest, and implosion belts can potentially make massive stonks. Now, if there are any other money making methods that you want me to try out in future videos, then please do let me know. I'll be happy to. But other than that, I think that just about wraps up today's video. Hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.